Hi, and welcome back. In one of our early reels, which we called Happiness First Steps, we suggested there are a number of ingredients of happiness that are actually in our control to manage. One of these is the interesting and important topic of gratitude. And that's what we're going to be exploring in this next reel, leaving you with some more food for thought and practical tips that you can do something about. So for now, sit back, put your feet up, relax, and enjoy. I'm sure we all know what it feels like to be unappreciated, to be taken for granted and not thanked. We know it's a horrible, lingering feeling. Conversely, we all, I hope, know what it's like to be thanked and appreciated. Something as simple as a thanks and a genuine smile can go a long way to make us happy. Interestingly, the mere act of us showing gratitude to others can make us happy too, a positive win-win. We're about to explore how this happens in our brains and bodies and the link between gratitude and happiness. So, quite apart from making someone else happy, the science tells us that when we express gratitude, it makes us happier too. It leaves us with a good feeling. It leaves us feeling that our mood is better and with more energy. Psychologically, we are in a better place when we express gratitude. Physically, too, when we express gratitude and thanks, it strengthens our immune system and helps us optimize our blood pressure. It puts us in a good place physically. And of course, it helps other people. It leaves them in a good place. And this in turn creates a virtuous cycle. Since the happier other people are, the happier we are, and the stronger our bonds and relationships are with other people. It's a win-win-win. Some people might say it's a no-brainer, which takes us to the issue of our brains. What is going on in our brains when we express gratitude? Well, there's been a lot of research about this recently, and let me share some of this with you. Research shows that when gratitude is practiced regularly by people, it can have a profound impact on the brain, impact which can make a real difference to our lives. First, the more we express gratitude to other people, it creates neural pathways, little pathways in our brain which enhance our mood. And second, when we have these new neural pathways through our brain as a result of the habit of expressing appreciation, it manages and regulates the hormones that create stress, things like cortisol, and it puts us in a better place in life. And thirdly, of course, these neural pathways help the body to release hormones of pleasure, for example, serotonin and dopamine. Thus, this simple act of expressing thanks and appreciation lifts us and other people and puts them in a better place. Isn't that wonderful? So this is so important that we thought we would leave this session by talking about some top tips. What are some top tips? Well, charity often begins at home, doesn't it? And the first person to express gratitude and kindness to is ourselves. We're often saying things to ourselves privately in our heads, aren't we? And much of our self-talk can, unless we're very careful, be negative. We can be saying things to ourselves that we wouldn't say to our best friend. We can be questioning whether we're worth it, whether we should be here, whether we should be there, whether we have got value in life, and whether what we're doing is the right thing, whether we've made a mistake, etc. And a lot of that self-talk can wear us down and make us unhappy. And if we can turn that self-talk into a positive self-talk, it will leave us in a better place. And here's a little tip. Stand in front of a mirror, look at yourself closely, think about 3 or 4 things that you're grateful for about yourself and your life. Say those things to yourself, maybe repeat them, say them loud if no one else is around, and gently smile at yourself. Do that for a week. You can be surprised at what a difference it's made to your self-esteem and to your happiness. And your brain will have started to create those neural pathways that are releasing serotonin and dopamine and regulating cortisol and making you a happier person. That's one tip. Here's another one. Keep a gratitude journal. Buy a little booklet, just costing £2 or £3 maybe, and write down every day or every week the things that you're grateful for, the people that you've encountered, the tiny things that have happened in life that you're grateful for, the challenges that you've had and the learnings that you've had, and the skills and attributes, the little acts of kindness that you've done, or the things you've seen in nature that you've really enjoyed. And then once a week or once a month, look back at that journal and think, wow, there's a lot there to be grateful for. A gratitude journal, if done regularly, can have a massive impact and create those habits of gratitude. Here's another one. A little jar, an old jam jar. Put it somewhere, perhaps in your bedroom or in the kitchen, and with a few little bits of paper, blank sheets of paper next to it and a pen. And at the end of every day or every week, think about what's the thing or things you're most grateful for. Jot them down on the bit of paper and put them in the jar, leave them there, and after a week or a month, pull them all out, read them and think, wow, there is so much here to be grateful for. I'd forgotten that. Oh yeah, I'd forgotten that happened. And it can lift your mood and start to get the habit of gratitude expression and put you in all those good places psychologically and physically. And we leave you with another one. The daily random act of kindness. Aim every day to think, what's the smallest random act of kindness that I wouldn't normally do that I've done? It could be making way for someone in a queue. It could be saying hello to somebody, a person that you wouldn't normally say hello to. Tiny little things. And at the end of the day, as you lie in bed and you're reflecting on the day, think about what's the daily random act of kindness that I've done today, something I wouldn't have done, and give yourself a pat on the back. That's you again, expressing gratitude to yourself. So there are some tips. I'd like to leave you with some quotes, inspirational quotes. Enjoy the little things now, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. Isn't that wonderful? Enjoy the little things now, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. How true is that as we look back to all those times in our life and wonder whether we should have expressed more appreciation about them at the time. And finally, Oprah Winfrey. Be thankful for what you have and you'll end up having more. If you focus on what you don't have, you'll never have enough. That's all for now. And thank you for listening and tuning in. And so there you have some important key information about the impact that gratitude can make once it's regularly practiced and implemented in daily life on your happiness and on the happiness of others. It's also profoundly simple but powerful. To me, I don't know about you, but this makes it even more puzzling why more people don't express their gratitude more openly and more freely. But that's another topic, I guess. However, you now have some practical tips and food for thought to ponder on, and I hope implement. And I wish you all the best in that. It can make such a difference. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop us a text or an email. Or if you have some progress that you've made and you'd like to share it, then that would be great too. And finally, a big thank you for tuning in. Till next time.